I don't feel like we need to explain this one. Okay, we've got the battery back in her. The windshield wipers are going intermittently, and I can't quite work out how to shut them off.
And they sound healthy.
Yeah.
There you go.
On the plus side, they are moving.
Jesus.
But yeah, we seem to have a buzz from both fuel pumps now. And
Neutral?
she's in neutral, which is good because that brake doesn't work, and neither does that brake. Yes, thank you. Well, she's trying.
Gotta like that.
Yeah, that's a nice change. No corpses have come out the tailpipe yet. Smells like a son of a bitch.
That's bad gas.
Yeah.
But it's running.
She has oil pressure. She's charging. Nice. We'll figure that out sooner or later. Well, that's encouraging. So I went ahead and pulled the plug out. The gap is towards the wide end of the spectrum. So I'll be pulling all those out, checking them, but first I want to make sure I know which spark plug lead goes where, and then I've got a new cap, rotor, and wire set. Okay, new plug wires are on. Put a couple of zip ties on them just so they wouldn't jump out of the way. I tempted fate here and didn't wear the safety glasses that the Denso instructions suggested, and I'm okay so far. See if it runs any smoother now.
Pour it all.
Yeah. Thank you. Nope, still shakes like a son of a bitch.
Not the same.
Okay, we just put about 4.5, 5 gallons of gas in this thing.
Yeah, it's still running pretty rough.
So the first heater core I bought for this thing didn't fit, or at least I couldn't get it to fit. It had these big square tanks on it, and the one I took out had much smaller, more rounded tanks, and it actually fit, you know, square in the hole. And so I looked around on Amazon and found one where the picture showed rounded tanks and ordered that one. And it showed up and it looked like this because it was this. And so I contacted the company and said, hey, what the hell? You promised me one thing and delivered another and it doesn't fit. And they said, well, refer to the enclosed assembly instructions. And there were no enclosed assembly instructions. They finally emailed me those. And I was actually able to jam the damn thing into place. It was not happy about it, but it's in. So the way I was able to get this to go in was to undo that fastener and that fastener so I could pull this out a little bit, and then get the bottom of this in between, get the hard lines from the top through the holes in the box, with my dad on the other side with a screwdriver getting everything to line up because it didn't want to, and then jam the bottom in and then jam the top in. Nice. Well, not super nice, but it's in. Okay, I went ahead and fired her back up here. She's still running like crap, but got some heat out the vents. So, yeah. So the new core is working. In Washington State, if your vehicle is more than 30 years old, you can put collector plates on it. And there are a couple of ways to do that. You can get the plates from the DMV that say collector vehicle on them and look like shit, or you can find the plate that would have been on the car when it was sold new. Apparently, like 87 and 88 were special, but my dad was able to find this on eBay for pretty cheap. He was also able to find a 1987 tab for it, because that's the other thing you need. You need the year of manufacture tab. And I'm calling that Plan B, because we have a brand new tab we could put on, but I'm guessing that under this stack of tabs, there's probably an 87 or an 88 tab. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to take some of this blaster, WD-40 probably work just as well, and just spray some of that on there. I don't know if this is strictly necessary, but it seemed to help last time. I figure I'm just maybe softening the adhesive a little bit. Maybe helping the blade glide without, you know, scraping up the tab underneath. 2000, the future is now. Yeah. And that is just about got her. There is a tab underneath, suggesting this came off an 86 something, or something that got new plates in 86. But I think that's going to do. 1987 F150. Officially a collector vehicle. Now if we can just work on saying that with a straight face, we're good to go. When we got this truck, it had a really chintzy under hood light in it. I believe it was stock. It just had a single incandescent bulb hung under the hood and some kind of mercury tilt switch, or ball bearing tilt switch, I'm not sure which, under the hood. And so you open up the hood and this tiny little light comes on, or would have come on had it not been completely, you know, shattered and gone. Well, I decided I could do a little better than just putting a new bulb in it. Okay, this is what I went and put in. This is actually out of my my first Pathfinder, and it's an Altoids tin with a 36 LED panel on it I got off eBay. I think it's 36. I can't be arsed to count. And it's got this little thing on the back. Now, I just foam taped this to the underside of the hood on that truck, and the engine bay was a lot smaller than this one, so it worked just fine. But this thing left on the back here means I can just clip it on anywhere I damn well please. And so I've got this piece of telephone cord on here that I can just pull out of the hood. And this thing over here, clip it in, and then be good to go. I tied it in with a plug off a Chevy. Don't tell anyone. And yeah, it's still using the stock mercury or ball bearing or whatever it is tilt switch down here. And yeah, I've just got it switched off. There's a little switch on the side here for when you don't need to blind yourself. But yeah, if I turn off the stand light here, you can actually see it pretty well. And unlike the light in my daily, you can just pull the thing off if you need to examine something closely. Hopefully we don't need it on a you know, dark night, but this same light bailed me out once with my other truck when a headlight fuse blew in the middle of the night, and I had to bodge rig it well enough to get home. So yeah. Oh yeah, and when you're done with it, you can just tuck the wiring back into the underside of the hood, and that way it won't get, you know, sucked into a belt or something. And tilt switch still works. Noise. Good as new, provided your new isn't especially good. Well, that looks like crap. That's a little nicer. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that that isn't supposed to do that. Almost looks like I put new parts on this thing. Okay, I did a little research and it looks like this takes type F in this particular hole, so hopefully this is the right stuff. Ooh. Okay, we're going to take this thing for its, technically its second test drive. We tried another one, but it was in the middle of the night, and I'd left it in low range, and the shifter wasn't connected right, and yeah, so anyway, it's got power steering fluid in it now, and it's got a seat in it, sort of. See how this goes. It'll only go well. The seats that came with this truck were absolutely disgusting. And even the frame for them was broken. Random dog. So Dad went to the wreckers today, other random dog, and picked this up. No, it doesn't match, and no, we don't care. Oh, that's way more comfortable than the seat we had in there. Oh, I like that. Doesn't even smell funny.
No, for $50. What the heck?
Smells a little bit like the feed store, but that's not a bad smell. This reminds me of getting my hair cut as a kid.
Yeah, I have no idea how long it was in the wrecking yard.
Well, now we got this super nice upholstery in here. I guess I ought to roll the windows up. I have to hook up a red-green window crank later.
Shocking. Shocking.
So yeah, we've got a seat in this thing now, and
It's not even that bad.
yeah, it's really pretty freaking nice. So yeah, we're gonna
see if this works. You can see we have all of the wiring is professionally put away.
yeah, all of the stereo
Suitcase connectors. We picked up all of the nuts and bolts that are laying on the floor, so we won't have to listen to them.
Yeah, of course we've got the new transfer case shifter boot in.
Uh-huh.
So
How bad can this go?
yeah, give this thing a quick test. If it starts.
What is this if?
Always seems to crap out on the first start.
Sounds as good as ever.
Yeah, gotta burn some of this old varnish out of here somehow. Also gotta remember this is straight on the steering. We haven't aligned it yet.
Uh-oh, barn's moving away from us. Okay, now for the 43-point turn.
Yeah. But the power steering sounds good. Thing's got torque.
Well, first tree has been hit.
Not very hard. We'll avoid hitting that.
Thank you. Wonder what the rear anti-lock light is all about.
Probably means the rear anti-lock is fucked.
Funny you should say it that clearly.
Yeah, let me go for a second. Yeah, no, second works.
Sorta.
The motor, not so much.
Well, looks like the barn's getting closer again. Alright, well, proof of concept.
Yeah. Nice door rigidity they've got here.
Without the plastic door panel, the metal just can't stand up.
Yeah, you know, all that plastic is structural on a Ford. What do you think? Yeah, I know, you're only technically a dog.